When I was a kid, PTA meetings were a big deal. My father was a long-haul trucker who was rarely home during the week, so he couldn't participate, but my mother was there every time, dragging my brothers and me along with her, even though we had to take a taxi there and back. She saw it as a duty, and I assume so did the myriad of other parents who packed the grade school auditorium several times per year. Part of the attraction for the parents was seeing their little darlings participating in the many pageants the teachers devised. I remember watching my mother slave away at night on her old treadle sewing machine, creating costumes from patterns brought home from school. Over the years, I was a brownie, which is a small elf who does household chores, not a baked good or a budding Girl Scout. Also, a farmhand, a Scottish dancer, a toy soldier, and a tumbler. I paraded in the Easter parade and raised my voice in various choirs, though I can't sing a lick. What I remember most, though, is through all those meetings over 8 years, I never once heard a parental voice raised in anger against a teacher, administrator, or school policy. Parents were there to receive information and offer their support, period. The only direction I ever got from my parents about school was to listen to my teachers and do what they said without question. They let me know if I misbehaved, the teacher had their permission to deal with me as she, or occasionally he, saw fit, including corporal punishment, and I could be sure I'd get double when I got home. I hasten to add I don't approve of corporal punishment, but even back then it was only rarely applied. It was the united front between parents and teachers that guaranteed behavior was not a problem, even though class sizes were bigger back then than they are now. Very few in my parents' generation had had the benefit of education beyond the elementary level. Only a few dozen had made it through high school, and just a handful went on to college. So the parents had a reverence for school and wanted their kids to have a better chance to benefit from it than they had. And they assumed rightly the teachers knew more about teaching than they did. If I hear one more bozo politician echo the ridiculous canard, "Parents know best," I will surely throw up, preferably on them. In fact, most parents don't know best, and they should no more be involved in education policy than they should be allowed to remove their children's tonsils with a butter knife. Look at how quickly so many of them got on the anti-CRT bandwagon, demanding the schools immediately stop teaching a methodology without content which has never been taught in any school below the graduate level. Look at how quickly they believe the ridiculous rumor students in some schools are allowed to identify as cats and use litter boxes for bathrooms, and how quickly they want to ban and burn the books they were supposed to read when they were students but didn't, or they would know better. Look at how quickly they fall for the transparent scams represented by vouchers, charter schools, and school choice, all initiatives that have failed repeatedly to bear academic fruit and do nothing but reward the rich and suck resources from the public schools like giant leeches. All their kids should be taken away and given to wolves to raise. Wolves, after all, mate for life and work together as a unit to make sure their pups learn everything they need to know to thrive and survive.